What is going on, YouTube? It is Nixter28 here, and I am here today to recap what went down in the 2019 NBA Finals. So this is my wrap-up video of the NBA Finals series. Let's hop right into it. Starting with the Finals MVP, who was Kawhi Leonard. He averaged 28.5 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 4.2 steals a game, or assists, 4.2 assists per game. And the Toronto Raptors took down the Golden State Warriors 4-2. In game one, the Raptors won by 9 points, 118-109. Game two, the Warriors won 109-104 on the road. So the first two games were a split in Toronto. Toronto did have the home court advantage because they had a better record than the Warriors in the regular season. In game three, the Raptors won on the road, 123-109. And then again in game four, the Raptors won 104-92. Golden State got absolutely shut down in that game. And then game five, the Warriors won in Toronto, 106-105. They eked out a victory to keep the series alive. And then in the clincher, the Raptors won on the road, 114-110. So an interesting thing to note here about this NBA Finals series was that the Raptors were the only team to win a home game in game one, and all the other games were won on the road. Golden State won game 2 and 5 in Toronto, and then games 3, 4, and 6 Toronto won in Oracle Arena. So that is just something interesting to know about this series. Oh, and let's start with the Golden State Warriors stats here, the losers of the championship. Steph Curry was their statistical leader. He shot 41% from the field, 94% from the line. He averaged 30 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 6 assists, steal and a half a game. And then Klay Thompson was banged up in this series. He actually got hurt in game 6. I can't remember what the injury was, but he got hurt, and he is likely to miss next season. He might miss the whole season. So it was a pretty serious injury. But throughout this final series, Thompson shot 54% from the field, 58% from three, which is absurd, and he averaged 26, 4.8, and 2.4 a game. The Splash Brothers were clearly the best two players in this series. And then Draymond shot 43% from the field, and he averaged 12 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 9.3 assists. And then Andre Iguodala was also banged up in this series, but he shot 43% from the field, and averaged 9 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4 assists. And then DeMarcus Cousins came back for, I believe, game 4 or 5. He was the 5th best player in the series. Statistically, he averaged 8 points, 4.7 rebounds, and 2.3 assists. And I would also like to mention Kevin Durant came back in this series in game 5, the game the Warriors barely won. And he ruptured his Achilles and did not play in the final game. And he's likely to be of the series. And Kevin Durant is likely to be out for the entire season next year, which is unfortunate. It was a gruesome Achilles rupture. And also, Kevon Looney got hurt in this series too. So the Warriors were just banged up all around. Their defense was exposed by the Raptors. They just couldn't keep up with Kawhi and company. And let's take a look at their stats now. Before I get into their stats, I would like to mention that Kawhi Leonard is only the 3rd player in NBA history to win a Finals MVP with multiple teams. Kawhi also won a Finals MVP in 2014 with the Spurs. The other 2 players to do it were Kareem with the Bucks and the Lakers, and then LeBron James did it with the Heat in 2012 and 2013, and then in 2016 with the Cavs. So Kawhi is an elite company. And taking a look at his stats, he shot 43% from the field, which is really good. 35% from three, 90% from the line, and as you can see, the 28.5, 9.8, and 4.2 a game, which I mentioned already, and then 2 steals and a block per game. That was pretty outstanding. He's definitely worthy of the MVP award. And then Pascal Siakam shot 50% from the field, and he averaged 19.8 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 3 assists a game. Kyle Lowry had a great final series, shooting 42% from the field, 36.8 from 3, averaged 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. Fred VanVleet continued to be hot. Continued to be hot in this series like he was against the Bucks. He shot 44.4% from the field, 14 points a game, 2.7 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and then Marc Gasol shot 44.7%. He averaged 12 points a game, 7.3 rebounds, and 2.7 assists in the NBA Finals series. Overall the Raptors really had a great game plan for the Warriors. Their defense was outstanding. Gotta give credit to Fred VanVleet for continuing to stay hot, shooting the ball. Kyle Lowry performed. Pascal Siakam performed well. Also, Serge Ibaka did pretty good in this final series. But overall, this final series was the Kawhi Leonard show, definitely, and the pieces around him were enough to help the Toronto Raptors claim their first title in franchise history. So congratulations again to the Raptors, and that will about do it for this video. So hopefully you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, everybody.